Welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Chris McGee, Derek Fisher, Big Game James Worthy. Got Mike Trudell down there at the arena. The Lakers with a huge Game 1 victory over the Houston Rockets. A great defensive performance, guy. They keep the Rockets minus KD under 100 points. Efficient offensively, guys. 61% from the field, 53% from three. Great Luke Kennard game, 29 assists. But we talked about this all week, and here's the key. Would they have enough offensively without AR and Luka? Balance tonight, Big Game James. All 5 starters contributing with at least 14 points. Contributions off the bench, and they get it done 107-98.
Great performance at home. Game 1, the Lakers established something that they held on to for the last month and a half or so, and that's just good chemistry. Regardless of the guys that were out, they had, good rhythm. The defense had picked up, and I think, in this first game tonight, they did a pretty good job of collectively, doing what they had to do to win the game. Houston shot 93 shots. They were 39 of 93. The Lakers had 66 shots. The one thing that worries me is the 23 offensive rebounds. That could bite you in the future. But overall, collectively, I thought they did a really good job. Luke Kennard, what a presence he was in this game.
I mean, a really quality win considering the circumstances. Obviously, Kevin Durant, changed things at the last minute for the Rockets, but the Rockets team, they're a good defensive team. And so even with Durant out, defense still travels. A lot of their guys that are the gritty, tough defensive players still played in this game. So to shoot the ball 61% from the field, to be able to get the quality of shots that you got against a good defensive team without 2 of your best offensive players, that's something that you can build on as this series goes on, that you can get the type of shots that allow you to shoot good percentages. And then the second thing, you started with the Lakers defensively, that can travel as well. Of course, Kevin Durant will change everything whenever he decides to return or can return. But the Lakers defensively were locked into the game plan and got the job done.
LeBron just 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double. He's with Mike Trudell.
All right, LeBron, nobody's done this more than you. Nobody knows what it takes to win playoff games. How did you get it done in Game 1 tonight?
You got to be able to keep your composure. Playoffs is all about runs, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of obstacles. You got to be able to keep your composure and stay even keel. And with the game plan that's in place, you got to execute that.
I know in the past you've said sometimes Game 1 can be a feel-out game, but did you guys have to ramp?
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we are talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, and they made a statement in Game 1 of the playoffs against the Houston Rockets. The Lakers won 107-98. LeBron James had 19 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds. Luke Kennard had a playoff career-high 27 points and was perfect from 3, going 5 for 5. And James Worthy is already predicting the Lakers in 5. Let me break it all down. The Lakers had a great defensive performance. They kept the Rockets under 100 points. They were efficient offensively, shooting 61% from the field and 53% from 3. They had 29 assists. All 5 starters contributed with at least 14 points. They got contributions off the bench. Big Game James Worthy said the Lakers established something they have held onto for the last month and a half, and that is just good chemistry. Regardless of the guys that were out, they had good rhythm. The defense picked up, and they did a pretty good job collectively of doing what they had to do to win the game. Derek Fisher noted that the Rockets shot 93 shots, making 39. The Lakers had only 66 shots. The one thing that worries him is the 23 offensive rebounds for Houston. That could bite the Lakers in the future. But overall, collectively, he thought they did a really good job. He called Luke Kennard's presence in this game a quality win considering the circumstances. Obviously, no Kevin Durant changed things at the last minute for the Rockets. But the Rockets a good defensive team. Even with Durant out, defense still travels. Their gritty, tough defensive players still played in this game. So to shoot 61% from the field, to be able to get the quality of shots that they got against a good defensive team without 2 of their best offensive players, that is something they can build on as this series goes on. The Lakers defensively were locked into the game plan and got the job done. Fisher said that defense can travel as well. Of course, Kevin Durant will change everything whenever he decides to return. But the Lakers were locked in. LeBron James was interviewed after the game. He was asked how they got it done. He said you have to be able to keep your composure. The playoffs are all about runs, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of obstacles. You have to keep your composure and stay even-keeled. When the game plan is in place, you have to execute it. He was asked if they had to ramp it up more given how short-handed they are. He said they understand the circumstances they are in. They do not have time to wait around, especially at home playing a real close team like Houston. It was a good first test. They know the intensity now, and they should be ready again on Tuesday. LeBron had 8 assists in the first quarter. He was asked if there was anything he saw about the way the Rockets were playing that made him want to get his guys going. He said he would not really get into that because he did not want to give up the game plan or W. Had he sees out there. It is a long series. But his guys were able to put themselves in position, and it is his job to get them the ball in the right possible position to either catch and shoot, catch and finish, catch and drive, or make a play. His teammates were great. He was asked about Luke Kennard, going back to their Ohio connections. LeBron said Kennard was ready for the moment. They need everybody to step up, and he stepped up big time. He thought Kennard was 5 for 5 from the three-point line. Every shot was timely, especially in the fourth quarter. He gave them another ball handler. They are missing 2 of their key ball handlers with Luka and Austin Reeves out, so it is great to have him. The analysts then discussed Luke Kennard's historic night. In Lakers playoff history, with at least 5 three-point attempts, only 3 players have shot 100% from 3. Robert Horry did it in 1997, going 7 for 7. Byron Scott did it in the 1991 Western Conference semifinals, going 5 for 5 with 27 points. And Luke Kennard goes for a playoff career-high 27 points, 5 for 5 from the three-point line. He had 3 big ones in the fourth quarter. James Worthy said that when the Lakers signed Kennard, they got a legitimate three-point shooter. But he does not think a lot of people knew of his ball handling skills, his savviness, his diversity in the game. He is not just a three-point shooter. He is a basketball player. He is ambidextrous. He is a smart play. He had some leadership quality in this game tonight for this team. When he is clicking and getting opportunities like that, he put on a great show. It is something the Rockets were not expecting. They know he is a good shooter, but his versatility was on point. Derek Fisher agreed. He said the added parts to Kennard's game are impressive. It is one thing to be a really good shooter off the catch, moving off screens, etc. But he has a confidence to his game even when he is making decisions off the dribble. He is just really confident, calm, has a great understanding of the game. He had not seen him play enough to understand how many more things were in his game. And it is almost a blessing that they are getting to see this with Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic out because fingers crossed they are able to return at any point. The more guys you have that are versatile and that can make good decisions with the basketball, that is what makes you a really difficult team to cover in the postseason. Worthy was asked if a run like this can change a narrative on a player. He said it can. It can make you a lot of money in this league, too. To be a great shooter is one thing. But when people really start to see you as just a good basketball player, more teams become interested in how you can fit in with their personnel. Him having this runway and this opportunity on a big stage like this is extending his career and his journey, to be honest. The analysts also discussed LeBron James. James Worthy said LeBron was explosive early. He knew that he had to show some leadership and some intensity and some pace to get his teammates going. He thinks he did a hell of a job with the 8 assists early. He was very physical. It is important to have a Luke Kennard, a Rui Hachimura, and to get DeAndre Ayton involved. He did that early, and that set the pace for them going forward. Derek Fisher made a great comparison. He said LeBron's athleticism over the course of his career has been one of the most dynamic, electric players we have ever seen. But he suggested that this could be LeBron's Magic Johnson era right now, where maybe the athleticism has dipped a little. Even though he is still finishing a lot of plays above the rim, he is able to go out and get 19 points, 13 assists, 9 rebounds. Understanding in the first quarter that he is going to get everybody involved, get them out on the break, get his shooters some rhythm, and then finding pockets where he can score. To him, watching Magic Johnson and watching LeBron, the way he can just manipulate and control the game without necessarily being the fastest or the most athletic, it is not a downgrade to say that at this stage in LeBron's journey, it could be like a Magic Johnson era where you can still win championships with a guy like him leading the charge. James Worthy agreed. He said Magic was asked to do a lot of things, and now LeBron is being asked to do those things as well. The control of the game being aware of the moments in the game when he has to score or when he has to get people involved, when he has to rebound, when he has to verbally speak to his teammates. He is doing all of that. At 6 feet 9 inches, 265 pounds, dominating the game. Magic went to the post in the latter part of his career when he had to. LeBron is a great example. The Lakers also got a big game from DeAndre Ayton, who had 19 points and 11 rebounds. All 5 starters scored in double figures. It was a balanced, efficient, and confident performance. The Lakers are up 1-0 in the series. Game 2 is on Tuesday. Kevin Durant is still questionable. But the Lakers have momentum. They have confidence. And they have Luke Kennard, who just announced himself as a playoff weapon. So here is my question to you in the comments. Can the Lakers win this series in 5 games? And is Luke Kennard the X factor that nobody saw coming? Let me know. I read every single comment. As always, like, subscribe, hit that bell. We are building something special here. I will see you in the next one.